Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Check. 53.
8.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, eluding the tackle. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
53's the mark.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down.
Army.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown. His second touchdown of the game. His third on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Let's go. Touchdown. Woo! Touchdown, baby.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chiefs, they've got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back in the direction.
Now Williams, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, we got tight right.
Mahomes to throw on second down. This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They'll run it with Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal.
Move. Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Spinning away. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Set.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And some room to roam now. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 76 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, guys, check me out.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end left. Hey, boys.
Double. Set. Wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Well, so much for keeping him under 100 yards, Charles. You said earlier they needed to keep him in the double digits. Last run puts him over 100 already.
Man, we're still in the first half. Long way to go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Like 5.
Check 9, check 9.
Double, double.
44, Mike, 44. Here we go.
Double bump. Takes 2 of them.
No, off. Focus.
Roethlisberger.
Watch the back.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Watch tight ends right.
4 down. Double, double.
On third down, here's Bell. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
Point after now from Catanzaro. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Hey, that QB's
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long.
Strong right. Left. Hey. We got three down.
Now Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Motion.
Damian Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get him one closer. Butker now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
We got three. We got three.
Set. Blue 30.
Switch.
Kings.
He'll start out on the ground and down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Let's go.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
All right, now.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Quarter. 44, 22, 44.
49. Check.
Set. Black.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Yeah,
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Set. Blue 30.
The give is to Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the
Jack
edge.
16. Big.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
Yeah, let's get
Oh,
set
there's
up.
that man again. It's complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 45 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Set. White 80.
53. Check 53. I'm here all day.
You good? You coming across?
They'll run it out of the gun. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Get him, boy. Get him,
That didn't just
boy.
feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Two tights. 4 down.
Set. White 80.
going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
We got 4. We got 4.
Set. Blue 30.
44 is the...
What is that?
44.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Left. 4 down.
Again, it's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 4
Set. Blue 30.
A give to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Focus. AB.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Snickers, you got to spin.
3. Check 3.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Got you.
Here we
I
go.
think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
AB.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
31's the mic. Ace! You can't block me.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
31's the mic. Z. He goes to use you. Becomes a me, it's me.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And now out come the Steelers. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Show that bench release and go.
They'll pitch it out to Bell.
Go. Run,
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 26 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4.
Hey, we got 3 out.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
We got three down. Here we go now. Blue 45, blue 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
Heavy. Now here's the line. Ready. Green 90. You ain't got nothing.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run now with Ware. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So. Alert.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Here we go.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Hey.
Set! Black 80.
But we got to stand up over there.
Jack 16. Focus.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Set. Like 5.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's
Lock it.
On the counter, here's Bell. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Set. Blue 30. Double bump.
53's the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Blue
Now it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 37 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 down, 3 down.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Left, 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 left. 3 down, 3 down. Odd, odd. Check 52.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick.
Number 10, back deep to return.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Like 80.
Peak edge, peak edge, peak edge. Check 26, check 26.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Set. White 80.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Switch up. Switch up.
Solid. 5 down.
Mike, 53. 50.
Black 5.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it.
Let's go, D.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks, strike like that, and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
You don't want no problems with me.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll get it up the middle, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Jack 16. Set.
Now the toss to Bell running right. Bell so light on his feet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
4 down.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tight end right. Tight end.
Kings. Takes both of them.
We got 4.
Ready? White 80.
Check. Fresno.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.